going out with what?
Friend of mine. You were
Hey.
going to break up with him.
I think we're on.
Oh, are we? It says it's starting live.
Oh.
That's not yet.
Oh,
says the
it went to the
quality is good.
logo for a second. There we go. Yeah.
Oh,
Now
is
we're
it?
on.
Ah.
5 seconds in.
Hey.
I almost don't want to fix our starting. I think it's good. I think it's funny.
It's weird.
It's good. Hey, well, welcome to our weekly update.
Yeah. Hey. It's us.
You made it. You did it. The
Yeah.
week is almost
Around the corner.
over.
Yeah. The end
Is
of the
that-
week is around the corner.
Yeah. The end of the beginning. The beginning of the end. The end
Beginning
of the
of-
beginning.
Yes. It is good.
We got new chairs.
We did.
Well, they're not new.
they're
the
used,
sound
but
booth
they're
chairs.
higher.
Well, they're
and
more
They
comfy.
have a back to them.
Yeah.
Which feels a lot better.
Yeah. You know, so something that we are going to talk about, and I've just been sitting here not doing my job. Oh,
Wow.
difficulties. One of the things that we're going to talk about right off the bat is resources.
Mm-hmm.
Resources for
You.
you.
Oh yeah!
So, helpful resources.
Yes. I think one of the most helpful resources, at least for you, if you're a part of our church, is to download the Church Center app. And we've been having these little flyers available to us for the past past weekend. But if you can get on your App Store or Google Play, do a search for the Church Center app. Here's it looks, well, we'll have an image that we'll throw up there, but you can download this, and then you can quickly connect with the church. And so one of the things that you do is you open the app after you download it, and you allow notifications, select Get Started, and then you can use my location, or you can do the search. Type in Osage Hills Christian Church and type in Tulsa and hit enter, and it will show up as your search results. And then you can say, this is my church, and enter your phone number. You'll get a text with a code, and you are in. And you'll be able to see our upcoming events. You can sign up for different opportunities to join those events or to serve. There's also the ability to pre-check in your family,
Yeah.
update that information.
Register for events.
If you are scheduled to serve, you'll be able to see
When you're
you're scheduled to
And for
serve.
what?
Yeah, it's
Helpful.
it's fantastic. It's one of the greatest resources.
Because I know some people that serve with us consistently get, constantly getting emails from, service requests and stuff. And so it's nice to have it all in one place across all the ministries.
Oh, yeah.
So kids, youth, I guess we don't have hospitality just yet, but we will.
But the other thing is, like, if you are going to sign up for an event,
Yeah.
all your information is in there, and you don't have to fill out your information
Right.
every time.
They just ask you who in your household.
Yeah, if there's
you
new
signing up?
information that's needed, it'll just ask for that information.
Yeah.
You don't have to do all the other stuff.
Super nice.
So it's fantastic. Another thing that you can do through this app is give to Osage. So you can set up recurring gifts and do a one-time gift. You can give to a specific budget if you want, or something like that. But another thing that we use it for, or that we have used it for, is being part of a group and group connectivity.
Yeah.
So we can send out prayer requests and group messages to each other and ask questions about things that we might not know. Like, I know that we just had a question the other day that was one of
Yeah.
those like, hey, who do you know of that takes good care of kids that is not like a daycare service?
Yeah, what's your child care sitch?
Yeah, so
Slang for
as
situation.
long as it isn't sketch, we
Yes.
are
Or
lit
sus.
to go.
We are lit, fam.
We are lit, fam. Yes. So
And as of now, that phrase is officially dead.
we will not use it again.
Well, the quickest way to get teenagers to stop using slang that you don't like is to just use it.
Use it.
The whole parenting tip for you there.
Mhm. I don't even know what that stuff means.
Neither do they.
So, you know, make it feel better.
They just saw it on the TikToks.
Yep, exactly. So,
Corn.
but that there's so much
It's got the juice.
I don't understand right now.
It is the most famous vegetable right now. Corn.
Corn is
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Okay.
But yeah, download the Church Center. And you may have already said it, and I just didn't pay attention. But it's our primary, not going to be, it is.
It is.
Our primary source of information and communication.
Mhm.
I mean, we have all those other outlets, but
It's
this
the,
is the
yeah, the other outlets are not going to have as much.
can't
You know,
interact.
yeah, you can't interact with each other with a piece of paper as well anymore. So here's the other thing. It's a lot easier to put more information in a digital space than it is to print it
Mhm.
and have it in a handout, because then it just takes up so much additional space. But that ease of access. I mean, if you're curious about what's going on with the church, you can just pull out your phone and look.
Yep.
It's very, very easy. So I think it's a huge. I mean, I love it. I love using it. So if I have questions about what's going on, which that's not often, but it happens.
Yeah, and anymore, everybody's
I
on their
go in
phone.
and look. Yeah,
So-
you're on your phone. It's an easy way to stay connected. So I'd highly recommend it if you have not done that, and especially if you are part of Rooted, which begins this weekend.
That sounds like we're going to talk about events.
Yeah, well, we're headed there. But if you're part of Rooted, you want to have this app downloaded
true.
on your phone,
That
because
is
that's
true.
how your groups are going to communicate with each other throughout the week.
Now, we're not going to say that it's required.
But it is necessary. It's not required, but it's necessary.
For
So-
every session you come to and you don't have it downloaded, you'll receive 1 demerit. 5 demerits, full dissaduration.
Yes. Every dissaduration. Oh my. Okay. I don't even know
None
what
of
that
that was
means.
real.
But yeah.
Except for downloading the app.
Yes, download.
We should
the
do it.
app. But yeah, what a great segue to move into.
Yeah. Event.
What's coming up?
Yes.
What is coming
What
up?
is happening? What is happening?
Well, Rooted is what's happening, man.
Yeah.
Rooted.
Rooted. Ooh.
So Rooted its launch day is Sunday.
Sunday.
It is not too late to register. We have space available for you. And we bought some extra resources to have on hand for those of us who just, drag our feet for this kind of thing.
Mhm.
We were talking, I know that, and honestly, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. $50 to register is a lot of money.
It's steep.
So what does it cover?
Mhm.
It covers the materials that you're going to be using. Yes. I was gonna say the facilities, but it doesn't really cover the facilities.
Not really.
It covers the resources that you're going to use.
Yeah.
So that you will get a book. It's pretty big.
Yeah,
too.
really well done.
It's well done. It's quality.
Mhm.
And you can write in it. It's yours.
Yeah.
And it has a little
Cool.
bookmark in it, so you don't lose your place. I just hit the microphone. I'm sorry.
Well.
Sorry about that.
So we don't have nice things.
Probably. But the other thing that it does, it covers a celebration time that we're going to have. At the end, we will have a very special celebration time And we're going to share a meal together.
And it's a good meal.
It's
It's not like
yeah.
pizza.
It's
gonna be
Can you
really-
imagine?
it's like-
We're
gonna
doing
be good.
hot dogs for our celebration,
Hot dogs and mac and cheese.
and we're not grilling them; we're boiling them.
Oh,
No, we're talking about having like brisket.
yeah.
I mean,
Smoked brisket.
good food.
Yeah.
Not just brisket, but like your
Probably
choice
like
of
a
brisket and
salad.
something else.
Too.
Yes, and a nice dessert.
Like a dinner roll.
Yeah, a dinner roll or two or more.
Maybe we can get endless breadsticks.
A miracle.
Or that Babylon Bee that they discovered that Jesus feeding 5,000, the bread was
Ooh,
actually
there's
just Olive Garden's never-ending
bread.
breadsticks.
Yeah, I know. Yes. That was funny. It just kept
But
on- just
Rooted
keeps on
Celebration,
coming. Rooted Celebration is another thing that covered.
but that's in a few months. Right
Um,
now,
So exactly, but it basically
Rooted
we
launch.
are putting all that stuff together continuously. So just know that it goes to a good place and it covers some of those additional things that
And
end up costing us.
and I feel
no
like-
one's making anything off of this.
yeah,
So just to let you know, this isn't a ploy to try and get people to
we're not like paying the facilitators.
right. We're not. No one's getting paid to do this. This is all volunteer work. So
And I think the biggest thing that we have not mentioned that it pays for is your transformation.
mhm.
It's not just, I mean, yeah, it's good to know, the tangible things that it's the costs are covering, but don't sleep on the fact that,
Yeah, right.
I mean, this is a big, big deal, and lives have been and will be changed through this series of weeks,
Right.
and that's worth
I
every
think,
dollar.
Yeah, and I think $50 is really inexpensive when it comes to what you gain.
Absolutely.
So the transformation is really good. Community
Mhm.
is another thing that it develops, and also that I think it develops your faith. In its very raw, basic essence.
Yeah.
You'll develop rhythms and patterns
Seven
to
of them.
establish in your Christian walk.
Right.
Yeah,
Seven?
seven different patterns, rhythms in your life that you will want. I think you will want to continue even after it's over. So it's. I have yet to hear bad news about it, and I have only talked with people who this was life transforming for me.
Yeah.
So I would encourage you, if you're hesitant about this, come
Yeah.
Sunday night
Ask
to the launch
questions.
night. Sign up there. Okay. It's come and see what it is if you want. If you're still skeptical about it, but 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
Mhm.
So we have 3 groups right now. 2 that meet
Nice.
on Wednesday, and then 1 that meets on Sunday. Our Sunday night group, we're considering not doing it in the evening anymore. And one of the reasons why is because it just seems like we're here already.
Mhm.
Why don't we just share in a meal and do it right after second service?
Make lunch after church a part of your gathering,
Yeah,
and then you guys
and then,
will have
and
your
then we
your
move
time
right
together.
into it. So that is something that we're discussing right now. So if that is a situation that would work better for you than doing it at 6 p.m., because as I know, look, daylight saving time is going to end here pretty soon,
Yeah.
and
When is
the sun is going to start disappearing around 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's going to start going down, and especially when we get closer to that celebration time, coming out at nighttime is going to be tough.
Sure.
So if we just still kept meeting in the day, come on out, man. And everybody has a DVR. Don't tell me you're going to miss your football game. Record it.
Well,
Record it.
I don't have it.
Come over to my house and watch it.
People don't have DVRs anymore?
No, you can watch it all. on
It's just
TV.
all like in the cloud.
Yes, you can cloud it. Cloud it.
Cloud it,
Is
man.
that a verb?
It is now.
You can cloud the game.
Cloud that dude. Don't be sus.
Don't be sus. It's lit, fam.
So, Rooted launch this Sunday. It's going to
Yeah.
be great.
Oh, there's
Uh,
one more thing about
And
Rooted.
there's one more thing about Rooted.
There's one more thing. So we've been in talks about how to do dinner on
Yeah,
Wednesday night,
yes.
and for
Because,
two-
people eat.
yeah, people. point. 6 o'clock can be difficult, and especially if you have an awful lot to think about. There's kids programming that starts at 6 too. That's launching that same week that we're launching our Wednesday night groups. At 5:30, we're having a dinner available, and for $2.50 a person, $2.50 a person, adult.
I see what you're doing.
Adult. So $5 a couple or $2.50 a person can get meat. Okay.
We should probably just make it 3 because no one carries 50 cents.
I know, it's probably 3. Yeah, actually, I think we already decided that.
I mean,
$3.
Yeah.
$3 a person, or $2 or $5 a couple.
Yeah.
Meat will be provided. You can bring a side. We're gonna have a sign-up sheet to make sure that we can cover everything that we're gonna do, and that way people aren't doubling up on what is getting purchased. But it'll be good stuff. And the kids I believe the kids are also having a meal provided for them too.
Yeah.
So, but it all starts at 5:30, man.
So your kids are going to get fed, you're going to get fed, and then you're going to
all
feed
be happy
on the word. That got weird. But Rooted is it's a big deal.
It's a big
It's
deal.
launching this Sunday. And like Nate said, open invitation for everyone. We're going to have worship Sunday night. We're going to have a time of prayer. We're going to have a time of learning about what Rooted is and how it fits into the direction of Osage Hills. And it's going to be a really great special evening together. Even if, for some weird reason, you don't join Rooted. This will be a great time to come.
It will be. And if you just need that little extra oomph, just to say, I want to check it out before I commit.
Yeah.
Or if it's one of those like, oh, he just said that
Come on.
I'm going to miss more than 2. I can't commit right now, but it's something that I definitely want to do. Just come and worship with us.
Yeah.
See what this is about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about it, man. I can hardly wait, honestly.
Well, you're going to have to.
It's going to be good.
Yes. It's on Sunday. What else is happening Sunday?
So Sunday is also Family Sunday.
Family Sunday.
Family Sunday, yeah, and not just for families, but for the church family.
Oh.
So yeah, unique thing. So what we're doing is we are restructuring what happens on our Family Sundays so that we incorporate our kids and youth into what's happening in the service. Yeah. So we will be interacting with them actively during that time. And encouraging participation and their attention, as difficult as it may be sometimes for our kids to pay attention in service. So some things will be geared toward them. Like, for example, we're doing word search, where the underlined words and some of the notes that people can take some of the words will be underlined in some of the points that we make during the message and elements of the service so that the kids can use that word and find it in the word search.
And parents, you can do the word search too.
You can, if
We're
it
not
helps
give you a prize.
Pay attention.
Actually, not a bad idea.
No, take it into.
Bring back the old bulletin handout. Did you do that growing up?
Oh yeah.
Your church do that growing up?
Oh yeah, we did it for a while, and the churches that
it wasn't a word search. It was just they would leave one word blank on each sermon point.
Yes.
And then you had to fill it in.
Yeah, this is better.
Yeah, because it's a word search.
But that's going to be happening. Another thing that's starting.
Breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast.
Yes. Breakfasts are coming back. Reach across time.
Yes. So our service on Family Sundays are going to be shorter.
Yeah.
55 to 60 minutes long.
Like your children.
Shorter in stature, length, whatever you want to put it, so that we can share in family fellowship.
Yes.
Church family fellowship.
And eat, because people eat.
And eat, yeah, because people eat. That's the biggest lesson I'm learning.
So many
today.
one-liners today.
I know. Yeah,
It's great.
Saying, yeah. Why? Because people eat. That's why.
Yeah. People eat, man.
People got to eat.
Don't be sus.
But we'll. Wow.
So
Anyway,
at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock between the service.
Yeah.
From 10 to
10:25.
about 10:25, 10:30. We're gonna have our breakfast next door at 10:30. So 10:30 is when service starts. So yeah. We're gonna end it about 5 minutes. But we'll have that coming back in, and we're looking for people who can volunteer to put things together for us, as well as serve during those times.
Now, unlike previously, this is not every week.
No, this is just once a month. It is the family
Family
service.
Sunday.
Yes, family Sunday service.
Yeah.
Time thing of that month.
So every fourth Sunday of the month is a family Sunday that involves breakfast and the service where your children will participate with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we will have programming available for nursery and preschool kids still.
Nursery and pre-K.
Yeah. So
It's a little tough for them.
it is. It is. But also this kind of eliminates the headache of checking out our kids to bring them over or having them come over and checking them out. You know, because
trial and error.
We had those people that just forgot about their kids.
Yeah. Or, were so busy serving the
so
Lord.
busy serving that they couldn't
get them.
So
I don't know who that could have been.
I know. I don't either. That's what we like to say.
Yeah. So that's a Sunday, Family Sunday breakfast. Anything else about August Sunday?
About August? Oh yeah, but that's kind of like Sunday warm-up.
We'll save it. We'll save that.
Yeah, we'll save the Sunday warm-up.
Got something cooking here.
Yes,
because people eat.
Like it.
September
is serve month, man. September is serve month. So we have a bunch of different things that we're going to do as a church. We're partnering with the ministries that we support monetarily and going to their physical locations to do something with them.
That's good.
And one of the places that we're going to go to is Sand Springs Community Services. We just scheduled time for people to go on Tuesday and Thursday, and then another Tuesday. So September 13th, 15th, and the 20th from 10 to noon. If you're available, we are asking that 5 people make their way over there to help with whatever Sand Springs Community Services needs help with.
Yeah, and you don't even need to register or tell us. Just mark it on your calendar and go.
Well, we kind of want to make sure that we have the right kind of number. Because he was saying that when we have a really large group, it's hard to have
stuff to do. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
So, and most of the time, the stuff, it doesn't require 3 people doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So, but there are different places in a ministry that 1 or 2 people can go and serve together in. So we want to have somewhere around 5 people go and be a part of this. And so more information is going to come out in the next event flyer about that. But yes, that is happening next month. We're still working on Neighbors Along the Lines and figuring out what that's going to look like. The other thing that we're doing is September 17th, we're doing a service sunset day. We will need you to bring your tools and things for construction and for digging and things like that.
It's a 9 to noon scenario.
Yes.
We're going to meet here at the church and all caravan carpool out there. Or if you know what you're doing, you should go out there.
Yeah.
And then lunch will be provided, so we'll work until lunch and then share a meal together, and then we can come home. But stuff like fixing benches or building benches for teaching shelters and stuff, probably a little bit of painting, maybe fresh coat of paint on some stuff, and then just general upkeep. And trying to make stuff look nice.
Yeah. And then the following weekend is the 23rd and 24th. We're going to Cookson Hills to do some work out there. So those of you who are able, plan to spend the night on that Friday. Everything is your lodging, the food, and all that kind of stuff will be taken care of. Great opportunity because we support them, and what they're doing is awesome stuff. And so if you have that time and if you have that ability, I would highly encourage you to step out and do this with us.
Yeah.
These kinds of things are what is the church in action. And so we're taking the month to provide an opportunity for anyone in the church to serve at any point, and I think also on the physical level in which they're able.
Yeah.
So if you can't spend a lot of time bending down or getting on your knees, go serve at Sand Springs Community Services.
Organize some
Go to
clothes.
neighbors along the lines. Yeah. If you can't serve because it just fatigues you too quickly, go take those couple hours at Sand Springs Community Services, and that's what that's for. But for those of you who I would say are more agile and can handle some harder work, look at Sunset and Cookson.
Yeah.
And I know that taking time off is kind of important. So if you can't get time off, just think about Sunset, or come out on Saturday for Cookson Hills. But those kinds of things are good for us. So, and if you can make everything, that's great.
Yep.
But we're not expecting you to.
Yeah. We wanted to provide plenty of opportunity for people that makes sense for their schedule and their calendar. So again, the expectation is that you come to all of them. If you did, great. But we want you to just do one of them.
Yeah.
And just serve.
Pick something.
Yeah.
Bring your family. Pick something that you're.
Yeah, Sunset would be a great one for families. Kids, run around, kids.
Yeah.
Go play.
That, or if your kids are older, just have them stick with you and teach them how to do stuff. Picnic bench. If that's one of the things that we're going to be doing, that's an easy thing to involve some of your youth and have them learn how to do that. But yeah, so super excited about that. Another thing that's coming up at the end of September is Middle School Getaway.
Yeah.
So that is happening September 30th through October 1st. They're going to be going to Ozark. So register before September 11th for the early bird rate of $35. After September 11th, it does increase to $50. So
Still doing that?
Yes, we are. There's one more. I'm glad you turned it over because I've been looking at it right here, but I haven't been paying attention to it. The last one is Marriage Night.
Marriage night.
Marriage Night. It's for married people. So if you're single, you can just.
But to be clear, we're not performing marriages.
No.
This isn't like baptism Sunday.
Yeah, can you
But
imagine?
I can. I mean, maybe.
That'd be funny.
That would be. We just opened up a whole new.
Yeah, that's not what's happening.
Not what happened.
It's not marriage night as in come get married.
Yes. Nope.
It's marriage night as in you are married, and this is going to just spice the marriage
Already
relationship.
tied the knot.
Yes. And so it's a great opportunity to hear some.
Did you say it was going to spice it up?
Yeah. Here's some.
I don't think it's for that either.
No, probably not.
That's going to be a great evening together.
Opportunity to learn some principles in our relational communion with each other.
Yeah.
The whole aspect of this is just to encourage you in your walk together in Christ.
Yeah, it's
so
$25 a couple.
$25, $5 a kid for
there's a dinner.
childcare. There is a dinner available for both, so both parents and kids. But yeah, it'll be great.
Yep. All right. Any more events?
I think for now.
Did you sign up for Rooted yet?
Sign up for Rooted now.
Do it now. You should do it on the app.
Do it on the app. Download the app and sign up.
Yeah. Well, we're premiering a new segment this week.
Okay. When a pregnant woman swims, is she a human submarine?
It's the question that everyone needs to think about. No, so this is kind of like a game.
Okay.
Deep thoughts. Mark and Nate. Nate and Mark.
Narc and mate.
Narc and Nate. And it's like Robin Williams, Nick Morty, Mark. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, so Mork and Mindy.
More community.
Yeah. So here's what's going to. I scoured the internet this morning, which is always a dangerous game, and I found some deep thoughts that other people have had. You know, you're in the shower, quiet, just have those thoughts. You know, like what does my dog call me? And so I found some very interesting ones, and we don't have to do all of these, but what I want to do, Nate has not seen these.
Okay.
So I've seen them, but I don't know what order they're in.
Okay.
Yeah, you just take that step.
Take a sec.
And so what we're going to do is we're just going to read these
Okay.
and deep thoughts. And then if you have deep thoughts, put it in the comments. Let us know. Let us know what your deep thoughts are.
Okay.
This is just meant to be fun, a little levity here. So you want me to go first? Or do you want to go first?
Up to you.
Okay. I really wish we had some music.
I know, we really need some. Yeah.
Why did witches choose to ride brooms?
That's a really good question. We have to look up the answer to that now. I mean,
Hey.
these are almost like ponderings that you got to go find the answer.
All right.
So why did witches? All right. There's a different version of you in the minds of everyone who knows you.
That just makes you feel.
No.
It's true, like the way your kids think of you,
Yes. It is true.
your wife, your
Mhm.
spouse, your parent, your sibling,
Yeah, because she would think of me as her spouse.
your work friend.
Yeah.
Everyone has a different interpretation of you.
Exactly.
So strange.
Mm-hmm.
So strange.
What's really bad is when someone says, "You are confirming my greatest fears."
What? What does water taste like?
So stupid. It's just like, why? Oh, God. Just want to have a flavor until you, I don't know, man. That's weird. Okay. If you're rich enough, an entire museum is a gift shop.
I feel like that could be used for so many. If you're rich enough, every sports team is your team. I don't know where I was going. Okay. Ooh. This one. Does a straw have one hole or two?
Ooh. Because it's more like a tube.
Or is a straw just a hole?
Yeah, just a hole. That's a good question. It's just, that's a good question.
All right, what do you think? Couple more?
Yeah.
Okay, one more each.
All right.
One more each.
Honey is just bee throw up.
Wow. That's not true at all.
Makes me feel so good about eating it.
Yeah. Last one. Last deep thought that you can take into your day. Who came up with the expression, "It's raining cats and dogs"? And how is that relevant to the weather?
You know what? Figure that out.
Man. So that was Deep Thoughts with Narc and Mate. And we may or may not bring those back. But now it's time for Sunday Warm. You looking up cats and dogs?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're saying it most likely came from a poem.
Well,
Its
yeah.
origins of an English expression.
Poetry.
A satirical poem of Jonathan Swift.
Oh.
That's really weird.
So, Sunday warm-up.
Sunday warm-up. Yeah. This Sunday is our final Sunday in the series Learning to Reach.
Learning to reach.
We've been covering the mission of Osage Hills Christian Church, which is to connect Christ to where we live.
True.
And connecting Christ to where we live requires that we reach. We spend time reaching. We reach up and that we connect with God, and we do that with others in our worship on a weekly basis. We reach down, and the illustration for that is to make disciples. We reach down to both make disciples and be a disciple. So basically, it's a disciple who makes disciples.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea, is that when someone else needs to get over that wall or that through that trial, we are there to give them a leg up. That's what reaching down does. So there's that. We also talked about reaching across, which is our
expressions of grace.
Expressions of grace, exactly. How God has wired us to serve, and also that ability to develop Christian relationships in the process, to encourage one another to become all that God has designed you to be. So it's not just gaining knowledge; it's living it out.
Yeah.
So that's what reaching across does. But then there's also this weekend that we're covering kind of the reach out part. Reaching out is very obviously has to do with evangelism and letting other people know about this grace that you live in, this grace that you express to the world around you. And that's what we're covering this week, and a lot of, among other things that we end up doing on Sunday morning as well. So I'm very much looking forward to this one. One of the things I can tell you about this weekend is that reaching out is a natural result of doing the other three. If you are not reaching up, down, and across, you will not reach out. And so it is important to be plugged into your church community so that you can effectively demonstrate God's grace to the world in the way that you live. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. It just won't. And I think God set things up that way. That's why he spent so much time also, why Paul spent so much time. Our interaction with each other gives us that opportunity. Be careful how you conduct yourselves to outsiders. Peter, always be prepared to give an answer to anyone who asks what's your reason that you have your hope.
Yeah.
And so that kind of thing comes from our connection with God and our connection with each other, and learning to live out that grace together. Then we can take it out beyond. So I'm not saying that God can't use you in weird ways that you might not expect. That's not what that's about. It's just, if we're curious how to effectively reach out, then we've got to do these other things.
Yeah.
As kind of establish those as a priority in our lives.
They all work together.
Yes. So, and then also something special is happening this weekend. So if you're part of the church, if you're part of Osage Hills Christian Church, this is a very important weekend for you, because we're going to be talking about what the Osage Reach commitment looks like in doing this together. So we're working on some really neat and unique aspects of this part of our mission in moving forward together. So it's going to be a special service.
Yeah.
It's going to be a special
It's going to be a great day.
It will be.
Great day.
Just putting it together and looking at it kind of from a bird's eye view. It's hard not to be ecstatic about it. I'm excited, and I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous too, because it is.
You're a pastor.
Yes, I am. But I'm a little nervous too, because it's a call to action, and calls to action can sometimes leave people feeling like they're left out.
Well, it's not even just that it's a call to action. It's a step in faith for God leading us somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime that you are having to rely on God, and you don't have all the facts, it can be scary.
You can. And especially if it comes across as something that's new, something that the church isn't used to doing. And if it's that freshness, I think, is what motivates us to move forward.
Yeah.
And accept the challenge that God is giving us. So I would encourage you to be here and to check it out, to come and see what we're talking about. I think it's going to be good for us as a congregation.
I spent some time in Scotland doing some church planning and youth ministry and worship ministry. And I'll never forget, I was talking to a pastor, their Scottish pastor, and I was young and, obviously halfway across the world and kind of a weird, scary, kind of ordeal. And so I remember having a conversation with him. Like, I just get so nervous, like leading a Bible study with you guys or whatever. And I'll never forget, he said, I would do a Scottish accent, but I think it wouldn't come across right. But he said, when we as Christ followers get nervous, doing things that the Lord is requiring of us, that's the Holy Spirit reminding you that you were not meant to do it by yourself.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And so when you encounter something that God is leading you to, and you feel nervous or you feel apprehension or whatever, potentially, that's the Holy Spirit communicating to you, hey, you need to trust me.
Yeah. And so we are moving forward in humility, realizing that anytime God calls us to move and do something, it's going to take some effort sometimes, but not just effort, but that whole adventure idea. God has something He wants to show us, and I don't want to miss out on that, and I don't think anybody in the church wants to miss out on that too.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, this is the beauty of grace, right? Is that it can be anything, and it's just wrapping our minds around the fact that it's okay if it's something that we didn't expect. And that's probably one of the hardest things to wrap our minds around. I think as an American, but also as probably a long-time Christian, God has so much more to show us. He's not done. There's new things that He wants us to perceive and enjoy about Himself. So I'm excited about it, man. It's been good. The elders are going to play a role this weekend too in the service and kind of express some of these ideas and their commitments as well. So we've been working through that in preparation for this weekend. We have some special songs that tie in with what we're speaking about. It's just going to be good.
And there's breakfast.
And there's breakfast, man. And so our kids are going to be involved in this entire service, which I think strengthens what we're doing.
Yeah.
We get the kids involved and loving what's happening, and you have that opportunity to raise them into that mission that God wants us to accomplish as this church. And that is something that they will carry with them for the rest of their life.
So again, look for the weekly email. You'll have a link to the playlist for the songs that we're going to be singing together. So come prepared for that. One of those that we talked about last week, it's a song that the kids have been singing in kids worship. And so we're going to sing that all together. So encourage your kids to sing really loud. It'll be a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
So anything else? Sunday warm up? Are we warmed up for Sunday?
I am pretty warmed up.
I'm pretty fired up.
Yeah. We ignited this bad boy.
Oh,
he is lit, fam.
There it was. Well, that means it's time for shout out.
Funny. I love the music to that.
Shout out.
Well, with all the things that are getting ready to begin, I wanted to personally thank the teams that are involved in making the ministries that are launching again possible. So those who are coming together to make food on Wednesday nights, and those who are coming together to serve the kids in the ministry and get those things going. Those who are coming and helping with the student ministry on Sunday nights, you guys rock.
Yeah.
You rock, and you're making a difference in these kids' lives and in the lives of the parents too. And I think all of you deserve our thanks in the greatest way, and will and have been receiving special blessings from God as a result. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
All
Well, you've
y'all.
been in ministry what, like 20
plus years. Yeah.
Plus years?
Mhm.
I'm 10 plus years.
Mhm.
You're old.
Older than you.
Yeah, so combined, we're like 30 plus
We're-
years of ministry.
We're an adult man.
That's true. We have combined.
Combined.
No, 30 plus years of ministry between us, and we know the value of volunteers. That, you know, whatever it is that we think we do
Mhm.
is not possible without volunteers. So thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you for what you're doing.
You guys are our dream team.
Having eternal impact.
Yes, you are. You are. You are the team. You are the glue that unites us all. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Now a quick little video on how you can subscribe so you don't ever miss deep
This-
thoughts
Yeah.
or dad jokes
Or dad joke.
or Sunday warm-ups
Or upcoming events.
or events. little video to help
Or
you
looking at
subscribe.
us. I mean,
So there you go.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Click that subscribe button.
click the little bell icon.
Look at
Yeah, look at this. When you close both eyes, you see black.
True.
But when you close one, you see nothing.
I don't like that.
It's like, I can see, but not out of this eye.
Yeah, but
there's
there's just nothing.
there's just nothing. That's so weird. So that, yeah, now I'm confused.
There was
Hey,
one more. There was one more that I remember that will you cannot. It's impossible to stand backwards on stairs.
Well, it's true. You're either facing down or facing up.
You can't.
That sounds like something somebody
You
came
can't
up with in the
stand
shower.
backwards on stairs.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess you could walk backwards.
you can walk backward, but
But
that's
you
not
can't
standing
stand
backward
backward.
because you're still facing down.
Correct. Yeah.
Or
Can't
up.
stand backwards.
You are always
So
facing down or up.
interesting. Yeah. So subscribe. Get ready for Sunday. It's gonna be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? No?
Thanks for stopping by,
Thanks, fam.
but mainly, yeah, we're so lit.
I don't think you can say that.